Good evening, folks. It's Jason with JBBASports. It is Thursday evening, Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully, everybody had a nice little margarita or Mexican flag. I don't know if you know what those are, but it's a little granding, little green, little white, little red. They're pretty good. Hope you guys had some shooters. Anyway, that's it. What an interesting day in baseball, boy. Yankees, they don't know how to score. I guess they forgot. And looks like Jeter's got a little bit of hip dysplasia. You know, maybe he slipped and fell in the bathroom. Didn't tell his coach. Who knows what's going on? But you know, he's fallen and he can't get up. So they sat him on the bench today. So what are you gonna do about that? And Colorado, you know, I really got no answer for that. I mean, that's ridiculous. You hold a team, no runs the whole game, and so you blast a solo home run, and the manager, leave the pitcher in so that you can blast a second home run and tie it up. You just figure, oh, what the hell? I mean, why didn't you just pull the whole outfield and then just bunt it and run it around the field? Anyway, they ended up winning in overtime, so that's rather annoying. I should have went 4-1 today instead of went 3-2. I believe I only had 5 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's annoying. That's big time irritating. Nashville, same thing. Nashville Predators, they had the things tied. They had the thing tied up 2-2. Should have won this game at home. Turned around and lost. It happens once in a while. I just wish it didn't happen to me, and definitely not today because Yankees cost us money. So, that being said, let's get into tomorrow's game. Also, yesterday's video, I put up Memphis Grizzlies. As it turns out, they're not even playing until Saturday. So, I still like Memphis minus the 3.5. I'm just going to repost that tomorrow, just so that you know. So, let's do the basketball games. I like the Atlanta Hawks at home, plus 2.5. Chicago Bulls shouldn't be giving them the 2.5 at home. I think that's a bad line. I think there's something wrong with that. So I like the Hawks plus 2.5. What's interesting is that in the other game, you know, Dallas is only giving Lakers 2.5, and it looks like Artest is going to be sitting. So that means Bynum's going to have to come out and play some good D, or you know, you're going to have one of these guys come out and help out with the defense. So, but still, Lakers are 0-2 in the series. They have to win a game, and if they're going to win any game out of the series, even if they lose, I don't see them getting swept. So even if they lose the series 4-1, they're going to win any game. It's going to be game 3. So I like the Lakers plus 2.5. So we like both underdogs, home dog and road dog, Atlanta Hawks and the Lakers. As for the Flyers are looking to lose in the NHL. Flyers are looking to lose this series big time. They're playing like crap. I think Tuesday was their worst game possible. Me and Jeremy Roenick agree. They looked horrible. So we have a feeling they're going to come out and want to fight, box, brawl. And the other thing is you get plus 55 cents. So I like this a lot. And that's it. So for baseball, we got some interesting games. We're going to start off with our first one. In the National League, this is these games that I'm picking today for Friday. They're all starting weekend series, and we're gonna get some good stats. It's a good time to strike on these weekend series, these game ones. First game is Houston and Pittsburgh. Now, granted, Houston lost today 10-4, but this is the thing: Pittsburgh is only favored by 15 cents. That's not a lot. They're only favored by 15 cents. You got two pitchers, one that's 1-3, one that's 1-4. But this Mayhome for Pittsburgh, he is 7-1 lifetime versus Houston. 7-1 lifetime versus Houston, and they're only minus 15 cents. Plus, they're at home. At home, you should be minus 15 cents just because you're at home. So if you're 7-1, you've won 7 out of 8 games. Don't you think you should be minus 50 cents, maybe minus 60 cents, maybe minus 70 cents? Especially a team against Houston, which I found out is what 5-10 on the road. So they're winning 1 out of every 3 games. I don't understand why that's not worse. So that's a key game. We love Pittsburgh Pirates a lot. Another game that's that seems to be the same scenario here is Dodgers at the Mets. Now Kuroda is pitching for the Dodgers. Mets are favored by 15 cents. Again, like I said, you're at home at 15 cents, then you adjust from there, depending on pitching and batting. Okay, so Kuroda is 6-2 lifetime versus the Mets. Okay, 6-2. Neasy, who's pitching for the Mets, he's 2-8. I should say the Mets are 2-8 in the last 10 starts from Neasy. Okay, this obviously goes back to last year, because this year he's only 1-4. Okay, so he's 1-4 with a 4.71 ERA, and the team overall is 2-8 in this guy's starts, and yet the Mets are favored. So obviously we're going to take the Dodgers and the underdog. So two dogs, actually I'm sorry, not two dogs. The Dodgers are an underdog. Pittsburgh is a favorite, but Pittsburgh should be favored by a whole lot more. Anyway, now let's get into this Arizona Diamondbacks business. All right, Arizona is in San Diego. This team has really pissed me off in the last 15 minutes. I really wasn't. I was going to bypass this game, but check this out. I go looking. Arizona is 1-9 in their last 10 games at San Diego. That's the first stat. Second stat is the pitcher that's going. He's 3-2, which is okay, but his ERA is a 5.46. Now the pitcher for San Diego, he's 0-1. He's only pitched once, but his ERA is a 3.02. So San Diego's got a little bit more, got a little bit of rest. If I remember correctly, they are on a day's rest. They're also at home, and guess what? Off of a loss against who? Pittsburgh Pirates. So Pittsburgh Pirates, this is another reason why I'm taking Pittsburgh Pirates. Houston played today. Pittsburgh Pirates is at home, had a day rest today. So that's another reason why we're taking Pittsburgh Pirates. Believe me, there's a reason why I take these games. San Diego's on another day rest. Now this is a real line. San Diego is favored by 35 cents, as well it should be. And like I said, the ERA is 3.02. We like San Diego Padres to get our money back off of the Colorado Rockies, who lost today. So if you are out there, I won't say where, but let's just say you're out there and you're watching this video. Whatever you put on Colorado Rockies today and you lost, you turn right around, you bet it on San Diego Padres. And the greatest thing about it is you're going to roll this over. Okay, let's say you, let's just say you put something on it. You add 50% to that. So let's say you had 10 bucks on it. You're going to turn around and bet 15 just to make it, understandable in an easy concept. Or let's say you had $1 on it. Okay, you're going to take San Diego. San Diego's a favorite. You're going to bet enough to win the $1.50. So this way you get your money back from the Colorado loss that is today, and then you also make a slight profit. Okay, that's how you do that. So you're just basically, we had Colorado and Arizona. Arizona took some money from us, so now we've got to get that money back basically from Arizona, or we've got to get the money back from Colorado. Well, Colorado is at San Francisco Giants tomorrow. I don't like that series, but you can always, every time the game goes and they spread off, this is how you get your money. Plus, we're going to have 3 games. We've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday to get your money from San Diego. And San Diego will beat this team. So San Diego is our pick. Now, we're going to get into the Yankees there in a minute. Yankees is another team that has been giving us a little bit of trouble. But let's get into our first game. First game that we like is Baltimore Orioles. They're only minus 10 cents. Here's an interesting game right here. The Tampa Bay Rays are 6-20 in their last 26 Friday games. I love stats that come out like this. It sounds weird. I don't care if a team's on a 3-4 game win streak. All of a sudden they have a day where they don't play play well. For some reason, those stats, those trends are the most accurate trends of all. Not a team when when they're playing day games they do this or that, this, that, or games after a win, stuff like that. Always day games, specific days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Anyway, pitching matchup also works out for Baltimore. The pitcher is 5-1 in his last 6, and you're only giving up 10 cents. So these picks I'm giving you out today, none of them are heavy favorites, and also a couple dogs. So Baltimore Orioles As for the Yankees, I was going to tell you to pick up the Yankees for two reasons. Number one, Texas is 1-4. They lost today. We picked Seattle today. That was a huge one. But we're not going to go against Texas again because I don't like betting on a team. Even though they're 1-4 in their last 5, I don't like going betting against a team over and over and over and over. Eventually they're going to win. Just like teams that are winning. You keep betting on them. Eventually they're going to lose. They always do. Nobody goes 0-182 and nobody goes 182-0. So, or 152 and all, whatever, whatever schedule is. So you have two solid stats here. Yankees are 8-3 in their last 11 when Nova pitches, but Rangers are 11-5 at home. Thing is, both of them are 2-2, so I don't like messing around with that game today. So what I was really looking at was Detroit and the Toronto Blue Jays. In all honesty, this is the same thing. We had money on Yankees. At least I know I did. Yankees. I had money on Yankees yesterday. Yankees cost me money yesterday. I doubled up today. They cost me even more. So since Detroit has been taking money from me, tomorrow, Friday, we are going to be taking the Toronto Blue Jays because Detroit is going from home. They're going into Toronto. Okay. Now, Toronto is only favored by 8 cents. That means virtually a flat line. Basically, Detroit's -2 and Toronto's -8, so it's almost flat. But pitching matchup favors Toronto big time. I think Detroit had their little get together. They're all happy and stuff like that, and they might be partying a little bit tonight, or basically staying up a little bit too late for their travel. So same as the Colorado Arizona game. This is how you get your money back from these teams. So basically what I'm going to be doing, I don't know about you, but this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going to the sports book since I'm Las Vegas, so it's illegal. I am going to be going and I will be betting Toronto, and I will be betting basically 3 times the amount of money because I went a certain amount on Wednesday's game. Then we went 1.5 on today's game. So that puts me down 2.5. If you bet $1 the other day and I bet $1.50 today, that puts me down $2.50. So that means tomorrow I bet $3. So not only do I get all my money back, I end up plus money. Now what you notice though, and you can follow me for a minute here, is that means I lost 2 games, right? And let's just assume I win tomorrow. So what will happen is my record for a specific team, let's say I went 1 win, 2 losses. So I've got a losing record, correct? 1 win, 2 losses. Losing record, but guess what? I won money. That's the bottom line. It doesn't really matter what your record is, as long as you win money. That's the bottom line. It's the end of the year, you made money. End of the week, end of the month, you make money. So looks like this video is going a little long, but hang in there with me. We've only got a couple more picks going. I gave you Toronto Blue Jays. I gave you Baltimore Orioles. That is huge. Also in the Baltimore Oriole game, here's another one. Both pitchers, one of them's 2-1, one of them's 5-1. Both ERAs are 2. They're under 3, right? Their ERAs are 2. The total is 8. That's okay. That's a 4-run ERA, a 4-run bonus that you get. Okay, one guy's at 2.14, one guy's at 2.63. That's 4.5 runs. Basically 4.76. We like the under. Let's put it that way. We like the under. So we're giving you Toronto, Baltimore Orioles, and the under, and we're going with Oakland Athletics, obviously because they are 12-5 in their last 17 meets at Kansas City. And Oakland, what happened to Oakland today? Oakland lost because we played Cleveland Indians, right? We bet against Oakland today, right? We bet against them today. We won. Tomorrow we're betting on them. Okay, this is how baseball works. Trust me, I do well at this stuff. Now, last but not least, Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners. Now, we did have Seattle Mariners. They won, what, 3-1 today? Okay. Now, the pitching matchup is 2 knuckleheads. Let's just put it that way. Seattle Mariners are 6-2 in their last 8, but they're favored by 70 cents. We don't like that. The over-under is 6.5. Okay, 6.5. Okay, both pitchers' ERAs are 3.5, so basically it's 7. It's not a lot of a window, but we like the over. Okay, so those are your picks. Run down real quick. Pittsburgh Pirates, LA Dodgers, that's 2 picks. San Diego Padres at home, 3 picks. Toronto Blue Jays, that's 4 picks. Baltimore Orioles and the under. Okay, so that's 5 picks, 6 picks. 3, and 3, that's 6 picks. Oakland